What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of just boredom, to be honest. Man, today was just complete boredom. From the morning show down to Pokemon and then Pragmata on the night stream, it was just complete dull boringness. It really was. I mean, we got one little small crash out during the morning show, and that's about it. I mean, crappy gameplay like always, and meh, it's just one of those days, I guess, in the vortex. So let's see what DSP had to say on the daily rap. Let's see how he recaps his day, and more than likely we'll find something to make fun of. So let's get into it.
Hey everyone, DSP here, and welcome to the daily wrap for what was Tuesday, the 5th of May, 2026. Happy Cinco de Mayo to anyone who celebrates it. I don't. I was busy with a full streaming day. I even said to my audience today, there's been so many dang holidays in the last month. Like for me, there was April Fool's event. There was my birthday. There was other stuff going down during April. Then there was the May 1st. Then we just had May the 4th with the special DSP tries it. I'm like, my head can't wrap around all these holidays, I didn't remember there was a Cinco de Mayo event. Maybe if I remembered, I would have done something for it. But, it is what it is. It was still an absolute great day of streams here.
Okay, well, first of all, Phil, April 1st, your birthday, May 1st, those aren't holidays. So I'm not sure what the hell you're talking about. Now, yeah, I know some people don't understand Pignosis speak, so I'll try to translate what DSP means. He didn't care about the May 1st or Cinco de Mayo, that holiday. He didn't care about it because he couldn't monetize it. That's it. That's right. He couldn't monetize it. He only concerns himself with the holidays or the events that he can monetize. So April 1st, of course, he monetized that with drama content. His birthday, which of course is a yearly event where he throws himself his very own pizza party, which is extremely pathetic, and of course he monetized that. And then the May 1st, he did the Mega Man, the Begathon, which he monetized. So of course he's only concerned with holidays where he can actually make some money. If he can make any money, he doesn't do anything for it. Just like St. Patrick's Day and a bunch of those other auxiliary holidays that really not too many people celebrate. He will focus on the main ones, of course, and the next main one will be Memorial Day, which he'll spend 2 minutes talking about veterans and getting veterans and people that passed away from wars mixed up. And then, of course, 4th of July, where he will celebrate the 4th of July, the founding of our country, by cleaning his closet out. That's right. Yeah, way to go there, Phil. Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah. I mean, if he could have found an angle to monetize May 5th, he would have done something, but I guess he couldn't. I guess he figured I can't keep milking my dents every week. I can't do that. They won't put up with that. They'll put up with me milking them once a month with marathons, but twice, that's a bridge too far.
On the channel, so let's talk all about that, shall we? So, today, we opened up with a DSP morning show, and today we had a big story. The Steam controller, all right, not only did it massively sell out in record time faster than Valve ever thought, they publicly apologized for it and said that they're going to try to restock right away, to which made the entire internet angry because they're like, why did you sell it the way you did? The way you sold it with not a one limit per person, with no way to stop botting. Basically what happened is a whole bunch of bots bought most of the Steam controllers and are scalping them all over the internet. So we actually took a look at the pricing and everything, which is insane that these scalpers are charging. Again, the good news is I did get in the door and did get one. But there's still no update in regards to this, meaning there's no update in regards to the order. In fact, I'm checking it again live right now, and it just says the payment has been processed, and that's it. So, yeah, nothing has been packaged, shipped, or anything yet. So I am getting it. I don't know if I'm getting it this week, but a lot of people are really upset. So we looked at all that, and we did a big story about it on the show, and then, of course, we just chilled and interacted and had a good...
Okay, all right. This is probably going to take up a large piece of my video here because I'm going to rant about this. All right. Well, first of all, Phil, it's people like you. It's people like you that are the reason why other people can't get controllers. Why people hoard consoles, why people hoard controllers, why people hoard Pokemon. It's people like you. Let's go back in the Wayback Machine last year with your Switch 2. Remember the Switch 2, Phil, the one that got canceled on you, both of them? Remember what happened there, Phil? You ordered 2. You broke the rules and you ordered 2. Why specifically? Why did you order 2? See, it's people like you that ruin a good fucking thing. And yeah, you're gonna have people that come in and bots that order shit up and resells them. That is nothing doing. It's very difficult to do anything about it. Okay, Phil? Apparently there was a queue system with Steam, so they pretty much tried to do whatever it was that they did. The other reason why I sold out is because I'm pretty much sure it was a small batch. This was an initial batch of orders, probably maybe anywhere between 10 to 50,000 units that were sold. They're seeing how exactly if there is demand for it. And since there was demand and it did sell out, what they'll probably do is have another order ready to go in about 2 weeks. They'll sell them, and then, you know, they'll probably sell out as well, and so on and so on. That's how most things roll out, Phil. Even the Switch 2. When the Switch 2 first came out, I believe they had 1 million units to ship. Right away, 1 million units to ship. And they wanted to see how exactly that worked out. And if they're sold out, they'll order and make another 1 million. That's how companies work, Phil. There's nothing new here. And again, bro, 99% of the world can give two shits about a Steam controller. Okay, Phil, not everyone is obsessed like you about having the latest and greatest controller. I'm a PC gamer. My Steam library is huge. I didn't think once of buying that stupid ass fucking controller because I have a regular Xbox controller that works perfectly fucking fine. All right? But since you're such a consumer and you need to have the latest and greatest and everything, what's this, like your 29th controller already? And then he sits there and wonder why people mock and laugh him and call him a consumer and talk about how wasteful he is and mention the fact that he's definitely going to be going to bankruptcy 2.0 because he just has to. And again, this controller was like $200. Who the fuck spends $200 on a fucking controller? On a specific controller for a specific platform. That's like, it makes no sense. And I understand some people like to get the Xbox Elite controller and stuff like that because they say they like how it's moddable and they like the way it feels and they do get an advantage. Again, Phil, you're a 44-year-old boomer who sucks at gaming. I don't give a fuck. I mean, you can have a controller that predicts the future and you still be shitty at games. Okay, Phil? It really doesn't matter. But I just love this nonsense here where he's sitting here complaining and he's bitching at Steam for not putting in protections for bots and people ordering up multiple units and selling them. You did that last year, you fucking idiot, with the Switch 2 because you were a greedy scumbag. It's people like you, and he's just such a fucking hypocrite. Such a hypocrite. And you know what? You bring up that fact and you say, well, wait a minute, Phil. Didn't you try to order multiple units when the rule was just one per household? And of course, what he'll do is he'll ban you and he'll call you an idiot or whatever and ban you, right? But he wants to sit here in his fucking pig roach throne and act like he's so much greater than everyone else and his opinion holds weight. No, your opinion doesn't hold any weight because you're just a fucking hypocrite. God, you're just such a hypocrite. So fucking annoying, man. I can't stand when he tries to fucking be so sanctimonious. Like, oh, you know, the internet shouldn't be greedy. Well, fuck out of here. And what did you need the controller for exactly? What exactly was it that you needed the controller for? FOMO? Just because to say, look, I got it, I have the controller? That shit is gonna collect dust just like everything else does. Didn't you just spend like $300 on some fucking controller that they said what was great? I don't even know what the hell it was called because you don't even use it. You don't even use the damn controller. You pretty much play with your Xbox controller or you play on your fucking keyboard. Just so dumb, man. You're just so dumb. And this is why I tell everyone, don't ever quit on this guy. When he sits and complains about not making enough money or whatever, you call him out. You call him out for being a greedy pig roach. And you highlight the fact that maybe you would have had money if you didn't spend $200 on a stupid ass controller. Bring that up and throw that shit in his face. And do it always. Detractors, LARPers, whoever, even positive viewers of DSP. Bring that up to him. Throw that shit in his face because people like him need to be reminded. Why he lives in the lot he lives, why he gets demonized and people hate him so much. Because it's shit like this. Shit like this, man. Fuck out of here. Alright, let's keep going because I can spend another 15 minutes ranting about this. It pissed me off. That controller rant pissed me the fuck off. Because of course I automatically thought, alright, well, Switch 2 last year. Switch 2, what did you do last year? You broke the rules, you ordered multiple ones, and trust me, if DSP was smart enough, If he was remotely smart enough, he would get a bot to order whatever the fuck he wanted to order and buy multiple ones so that he can go ahead and sell them for a profit. Everyone knows this, but of course he's just such a fucking dumb boomer that doesn't know how to do shit that he would never be able to even, he doesn't even know where to even start. Anyway, let's keep going.
A good time. So the morning show was pretty good. And then it was time for Pokemon Fire Red. Now, I am pleased to report that this stream of Pokemon Fire Red was 3 hours of big progress. We surfed our way from Pallet Town all the way to Cinnabar Island. At Cinnabar, we went into the Pokemon Mansion, explored the entire thing, caught a bunch of new Pokemon, and got the key to the gym. We went to the gym and fought all the fire Pokemon and defeated the fire Pokemon trainer. And then, as we were leaving, someone walked up to me. It was Bill, and he said, "Oh, congrats, and I know you've been using my my PC or whatever, and I'm curious, are you liking it, all that?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I need your help. Will you come with me?" And I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Yeah." And then he teleported us to some island, and I'm like, Island 1? And everyone's like, "Oh, no."
Epstein Island.
Like, well, what? What's wrong? Oh, well, what you just did, you just accidentally activated content that was added new for Pokemon Fire Red. This is not part of Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow. And this takes you on a whole tangent that you have to complete several islands of content before you can actually continue with the game. I was like, what? So obviously I didn't know that. We went to Island 1, and basically we were going up this, trail or route, one of the routes, fighting a bunch of trainers. We caught a bunch of Pokemon, and we went all the way up to the mountain. I forget what it was called, this volcano or whatever. And then we got to the top, and we got to Moltres. And there was like 10 minutes left on the stream. And I said, well, guys, we really don't have enough time to really give this a solid try. But let's see. And we tried to catch Moltres for the last 10, 15 minutes. And that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to tell you how it went because I want you to watch. Okay? So.
Nobody's watching. You got like 100 views on that fucking video. Yeah, only DSP will sit there and bitch and complain about more content. Yes, more content. Especially a game that apparently he loves. What's the problem? They added. See, again, okay, all right. This is what pisses me off about Phil and his hypocrisy, right? He'll complain that he had to spend $70 on a game, right? I don't know what he spent on Pokemon. I'm assuming it's probably $60 or $70, right? And if they just give him the same exact game, he'll bitch and complain and say, oh, they're selling it for $70. It's the same damn game. They didn't add anything. They didn't improve anything. Now, and of course, he pushes that shit on Nintendo. Bro, anytime Nintendo does that shit, he gets so pissed off and he screams and yells at Nintendo, and he demands for the CEO to step down, and he says that they're book smart, not street smart, the same fucking spiel nonsense. He spiels about everyone, right? But then you have a game like Pokemon Red where it's an older game, right? And they add new content, and he sits and bitches about that as well. Like, there's no winning with this fucking guy, man. It doesn't matter what you do. He's going to find something to get pissed off about. And again, that has nothing to do with how he really feels. He's just a miserable fucking curmudgeon that has to look at the negative. And it's just, honestly, he's just one of those fucking Karens that just wants to bitch. That's all he wants to do. Just bitch about everything in his life, how everything is so hard, how everything is so difficult, how and again, it's just a grift because a lot of it is because he just wants people to feel sorry for him. He wants to be able to point and say, well, I have a tough life. It's been tough. So feel sorry for me and give me money when I beg you. That's all this is. And it's just very annoying. I hate people like this. I hate people that constantly have to bitch and complain and moan about everything. It's like, look, man, we understand that life is difficult. Look, trust me, I get it. I mean, I've had a pretty good life, I have to admit. But even I've had to deal with challenges, was up and downs, with sadness, with just shit going the wrong way. I've had to deal with it. I've had my share. But I'm not gonna sit here and wallow about that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, if I complain, it's gonna be about more serious shit, not the fact that Nintendo decided to add another layer of content to an old game. Jesus Christ, man! All right, let's keep going.
Major progress on Pokemon. Unlike last time where we spent 2 hours trying to catch Articuno, this time we actually did move ahead with the plot and all of that. People liked it. It was a well-supported, well-attended stream. Everyone had a good time with it, so I'm pleased with how that went. Okay? Then tonight, on the late stream, it was the...
by the way, it was one dent that came in and dropped $100. Again, he is now, right now, he's turned, this is 2023 all over again. Where if 1 Minute Man didn't come out and drop his $25, he wouldn't even sniff his goal. That's what we got now, folks. We got that unique Unk guy, whatever the fuck they call me, Unk or whatever. Him and the John Painter guy. These are the two dents that are coming in and dropping support every day. And I'm pretty sure one of them is probably OIC. Maybe both of them are. Who the fuck knows, right? But this is where we're at, folks. And if he doesn't hit that, if he doesn't get that support from either of those fucking people, he's screwed. He doesn't hit his goal.
Continuation of mouse PI for hire. And let me tell you guys something, all right? Every time I play this game, I feel like it throws me for a loop. And the reason I say that is because they keep adding new weird twists to the plot, new locations that you never would have expected you would be in, new weapons, new enemies, all kinds of stuff. Tonight, we started off the night in the Quagmire. We had actually begun the Quagmire stage last stream. So we went through it. Honestly, the Quagmire stage was pretty straightforward. There was like a house that was almost like a fun house where you were going through a series of doors and there was no way that it actually could have been laid out that way. So it was like a puzzle. It was tricky and stuff like that. But we got through this and we beat the Quagmire in like maybe a half an hour, right? So I'm thinking, oh, this is good because we had 7 stages left. And now that the Quagmire was about to be done.
Stop messing with your fucking collar, Phil. God, if it's that much of a fucking problem, button the shirt up. Again, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. If you don't want your shirts to fit irregular, stop buying them at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. Go to Macy's, go to the stores that sell them where you're going to get a regular fit that's not fucked up, that's not, misshapen, has some problem with it, because most of the shirts you do get at TJ Maxx and Marshall's, a good deal of them are regular shirts that Macy's has purchased and decides this isn't good enough, or the manufacturer, the designer, when they were producing these shirts, they got flagged as irregular, and they sold those at a discount to TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So if you want it to stop fitting, if you want it to fit better, Phil, spend a couple extra bucks, okay? All right, you can go buy your gay Hawaiian shirts at Macy's. Spend the extra $10 and just fucking buy it there, all right? Stop being cheap. You talk about how, successful you are. You should be able to afford an additional $10 for a shirt, okay? All right? Or stop telling your wife to go to the clearance rack and just, getting one of the same, just different colors, all right? Do that, brother. It'll help you. This is design. This is clothing advice from me, okay? Just go. It'll be worth it. Trust me. And the one that you buy at Macy's will last you longer. It'll have better color guard. It'll last longer. It won't fade as much, and it'll fit normal. Okay, Phil. All right, I'm gonna end it here because I'm already annoyed with this guy. Don't forget, I'm gonna be streaming today at 9:30. Should be a lot of fun. If you got nothing better to do, come hang out. If not, see you in the next video. Peace out.